Good morning, everyone, and we appreciate you joining us today. We're going to go ahead and begin so we can be cognizant of everyone's time. We appreciate you joining us. Let me share my screen. All right, so you have arrived to the city of Patterson, and we don't need subtitles. There we go. City of Patterson Ryan White HIV/AIDS Program Clinical Quality Management Committee. Today is April the 11th, 2023. A brief overview of today's agenda. We'll start out with a roll call, welcome and introductions, report from the recipient's office, presentations on grant year 23-1 quality improvement projects, data presentations. We're going to look at the continuum dashboard in comparison, grant year 22 versus 21. We'll hear any updates from RDE, and then we will adjourn the meeting. And so, like always, we will start out looking at our single points of contact, and we will start out with Bergen Family Center. Paula Graz. All right, we'll come back. Buddies of New Jersey.
Good morning.
Good morning, Carolina. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Carolina. I'm the case manager supervisor here at Buddies. Good morning, all.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Capco. I think I saw Jerry. Faustina. Right. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
I think Faustina's on mute.
Faustina, you're on mute. Hi, this is Jerry Dillard, Executive Director, CEO at Capco. I'm not here, so just ignore me. Okay. I'm going to be bouncing off, but I am here, but not here.
No worries. All right, thank you.
Good
Faustina?
Morning. Again, I apologize. I didn't realize I was on mute.
No
good morning again to everyone. I am Jerry's administrative assistant from Capco.
Great. Thank you, Faustina. We appreciate you joining us today. And Jerry, thank you. All right, Passaic Alliance. I know Miss Grace is hopefully joining us from home, she said. And I believe, oh, great. Thank you, Grace. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, Grace Jones, case manager from Passaic Alliance. I'm out sick because I just came in from the doctor's office and now I'm listening.
No worries. Well, we're glad that you could make it today and we hope you feel better.
Thank you.
Welcome. All right. Anybody else from Passaic Alliance? I think Darlene, is that correct?
No, Darlene is out and Luz,
okay.
She was supposed to be out, but she's in, but I think she's busy. So I'm the only one that's going to be on.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
And again, we hope you feel better.
Thank you.
All right. Hackensack Medical, Miss Donna, Miss Irene. Anybody from Hackensack Medical? All right. Hyacinth Eighth Foundation. Comes Miss Donna now. Northeast New Jersey Legal, Mallory.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Mallory Ware here. I'm the Development Manager at Northeast New Jersey Legal Services.
Great. Good morning, Mallory. Thank you for joining us. Any other colleagues with you today?
Just myself today.
All right, perfect. Patterson Counseling. Alicia, Miss Karen. All right, Patterson Department of Health. We still have a vacancy there. Payne, Roger. Roger, you may be on mute, sir.
Roger Lester, CEO, Executive Director of Payne.
Great. Thank you for joining us today, Roger.
Jerry Dillard, COO at Payne. I'm not here.
Okay. Thanks, Jerry. All right. St. Joseph Medical Center. We still do not have a representative there. St. Mary's, Priscilla or Jeanette. Anyone from there? Right, Straight and Narrow. Miss Connie, I see you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Connie, Substance Abuse Counselor Intern here at Straight and Narrow. And Gloria's not here today, so I'm on.
All right, thank you. And team, anybody from Team Management 2000? All right, we're going to circle back. Bergen Family.
Hi. Oh, go ahead, Paul. Paula Tenebruso, I'm the Director for HIV Services.
Great, thank you, Paula. Graz?
I am Graz. I'm with Early Intervention Services.
Great, thank you, Graz. All right, and Miss Donna and Miss Irene. You're on mute, Miss Donna.
Good morning. So sorry for being late.
Good morning.
No
And
worries.
Miss Irene,
Oh, hey, Miss Irene. Great. Thank you both for joining us today. And then I see we had a couple of additional people join us.
Join the meeting.
Oh, with it. Announce that one. All right. Philip Velasquez, would you like to introduce yourself? You are on mute if you're trying to speak.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, there you are.
Okay. So my name is Philip Velasquez and I work with Millie over at 125 City of Patterson.
All right, Phil. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Great. All right, Miss Millie, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, good morning, everyone. This is Millie, City of Patterson Recipient's Office.
All right, thank you, Millie. And then I also saw that somebody else come in. Trying to find you on the screen now. Everybody's moving around on me.
Can't even see.
Did I miss anyone? All right, we have our, oh, Priscilla, that's who I saw. Priscilla.
Hi, how are you? I'm so sorry.
No worries. Thank you for joining us, Priscilla. All right, so just to check again, anyone from team management, Hyacinth AIDS Foundation, St. Joseph's Hospital, Patterson Counseling, or Patterson Department of Health? All right, and then we also have our colleague from RDE, Robert.
Hello, this is Robert from RDE.
Okay, great. Thank you all for joining us. All right, we have a pretty easy agenda for today again. So next we will roll into updates from the recipient's office. Millie, any updates from your office?
Good morning, everyone. Not a lot of updates, but I just want to share with everyone that the Division of Health will not be joining us for 2023. It was their decision due to other grants that they have, and the work has gotten to be a lot. So I just want to share that with everyone. As far as the balance of award, based on the last meeting that I joined in, is they're out, but we haven't received ours. So they had said at that meeting that they should be out within last week, this week. So hopefully we'll have it by this Friday, the latest. But as of today, we have not received anything. And as far as the reallocation of funds, that was done, completed to date. So hopefully by Friday, everyone should be getting their revised award letters for 2022, so we could close out. And that's it. That's it for today.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Millie. And then we had also Jokabed join us. Jokabed, would you like to introduce yourself?
Good morning, everybody. Jokabed St. Till from the Hyacinth Patterson office. How are you?
Great. Thank you, Jokabed. We appreciate you joining us today. All right. Thank you, Millie, for those updates. Next, we're going to move on to looking at our completed 23 grant year, our first quality improvement project. Again, noted by the year 23 and our first one, so -1, completed quality improvement project worksheets. Subrecipients were asked to have those uploaded by last Friday. And as of today, we have 4 of the completed projects uploaded to the Basecamp site. Again, just keep in mind, please, that these are required component of your contract with Ryan White Services. So we are going to ask that everybody get those uploaded as soon as possible. We need to be able to review those, provide feedback and technical assistance on those. And so the longer we wait on getting those done, the harder it is for us to provide technical assistance on those quality improvement projects. And so if you can, please upload those by Friday. So we'll extend the deadline to Friday. And then after that, we'll have to work with Millie's office and being able to get those QIPs uploaded in another fashion. All right, so we'll move on to the QIPs. Just really quickly, in case you forgot how to upload, this is in last meeting's Basecamp folder in the presentation. Again, you'll simply just sign into the the Basecamp site, right? You'll locate Bergen-Passaic Quality Clinical Quality Management Committee. Step 2, you'll find the Docs and File section. You'll see it looks like this. You'll click on the GY 23-1 QIP folder. It will look like this. Inside of there, I took away a folder because people were confused. So you'll see Submit Proposed GY 23-1 QIPs here. And you'll also see the templates and worksheets there. You will not see this pink folder. I took that out so people were not confused. Please upload your completed QIPs here. Again, this is a requirement of your grant that you participate in quality improvement projects. So please upload those as soon as possible. All right, so excuse me, this month starts the beginning of your quality improvement project first cycle for the grant year 23. Just to revisit, we will be doing a Plan, Do, Study, Act, right? And that's kind of what those worksheets explain to us as we work through those. Is there anyone from the 4 people who have submitted their projects that would be interested in presenting what your project is for this year? It's not a requirement, but if you would be interested in sharing what you're doing this year, we'd love to hear from you. All right, hearing none, we will move on. So today we'll look at the data presentation. It's going to be a brief data presentation. We're going to look at care continuum numbers. Grant year 21 compared to grant year 22. We looked at these very briefly at the last meeting in a little more detail. And so every meeting, we're going to try to bring a data presentation and a data component for us to talk about. That will kind of help lend itself to looking at what we are doing QIP wise or clinical quality management wise across the entire TGA. So, you know, a telltale sign is our care continuum or the care continuum dashboard. Still, we are asking that everyone please log into your care continuum dashboard at least monthly. So starting next month, we will ask everyone to please run their care continuum dashboard from March 1st to current for every single meeting and ask you to present that data at the meeting, looking at your individual care continuum dashboards for your agency. And if you forgot how to run those, please let us know. We can take a look at that. It's in eCompass, so you will need to have eCompass access. And it's in one of the report areas where it says Care Continuum Dashboard. You'll just want to filter out the dates to be inclusive of the current grant year, right? Because that's where we want to make sure we're making improvements. That also gives you an opportunity to identify those clients who possibly are not meeting a particular requirement of that dashboard. So keep in mind that that red number beside that indicator in Care Continuum Dashboard will tell you the clients who are not being counted towards that. And that gives you the opportunity to do a deeper dive and to see if, in fact, that data component's missing or if it may be a mistake on your part. And I'm going to pick on Paula this time because last year she was doing it on such a regular basis that she actually saw a data entry issue where she had accidentally entered the year as 22, and so it wasn't being counted towards the current grant year, right? So that also gives you an opportunity to kind of double check you and your staff's work and making sure that the data component that you're entering is correct as well. So that really does help out. Paula, do you want to add anything to that? Maybe tell us a little bit of the story of how that worked out for you?
No, I just noticed that when I clicked on the client, he was listed as not virally suppressed, but I knew that he was, and you know, I called RDE for help, and then finally we figured out that I put in the wrong year.
Yeah, so great. And so that's just like a double, triple check to make sure that we're putting the data in correctly. It's especially if you already know that the client's virally suppressed, right? And so in this instance where Paula found a mistake, she was able to quickly correct that, and then her viral load suppression rate changed, right?
Right.
So awesome. Thank you for sharing, Paula. We appreciate that. Well, I kind of voluntold you to share, but
Yeah.
thanks for being a trooper, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's just a great testament to, like using the care continuum dashboard to really look at the data that you've entered for your clients to make sure that it is in sync with what you know is happening, right?
Mhm.
So when we look at the care continuum dashboard, some things that we see automatically is that we did have an increase in linkage to care, right? In our percentages, we had an increase in receipt of care. We had a slight decrease in retained in care, and that could be a couple of different things. If we look at the definition of retained in care, that's making sure that we have more than one care marker in eCompass. So that could be a data component of people not entering that data. Or it could just simply be that people didn't have two care markers. Also looking that we had an increase in documentation of clients receiving antiretroviral therapy, and then finally a slight increase in our viral suppression rate. Nonetheless, we had increases, which is a great improvement from what we had the previous year in 21. And so this year, as we start moving forward in 2023, we want to make sure that as much as possible, our data is cleaned and scrubbed as we're putting it in to make sure that we are reflective of what's happening. I cannot stress this enough. One of the biggest challenges in our jurisdiction is that not all of our clients receive Ryan White medical services. So it really is reliant upon case management agencies to help enter this data so that we are able to collect and have that data entered in the eCompass system so we can get some accurate data on our care continuum dashboards. Also, this does help us look at those clients who are not being successfully retained in care and working on strategies and implementation of service delivery to increase that retained in care component. So again, huge shout out to the CQM committee. Y'all did a great job on your last round of quality improvement projects, and we do see an increase here. Let's continue that work as we go forward, keeping in mind that this year's theme for quality improvement projects is increasing viral load suppression, right? So making sure that we are looking at ways and quality improvement projects to increase that viral suppression rate within our own organizations and then as a whole across the TGA. Any questions about the care continuum dashboard? Everybody feel fairly confident that they can go into the eCompass and get that data out readily and easily? All right. We will move on to updates from RDE. Robert, you have the floor, sir. Any updates from RDE?
No updates at this time.
All right. I forgot to put the slide in, but I always also like to ask, are there any technical assistance or training needs from the CQM standpoint or agencies in general? Any technical assistance training needs from our subrecipients that we can note? So I am going to say that we do hear a lot of training needs from subrecipients at the Planning Council, and this would be the most opportune time to make sure that we are voicing that at the proper forum, and this would be the proper forum for subrecipients to request technical assistance. So at this time, we'll ask again, is there any technical assistance or training needs that subrecipients need? All right.
Yes.
Well, here, oh yes, Jerry.
I think I would like to see I'll say back to the basics case management, if you will, training on biopsychosocial assessments, SMART plans, coordination of care. I would also like to see training on, I'll call it EIS strategies for lack of a better way to say it, but engagement relevant to those that may have fallen out of care, from street outreach to linkage to care.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Oh, Paula, I like your avatar. Oh, and she went away. Oh, no, you went down a little bit. There you are. All right, thank you, Jerry. I will make note of that. We'll make sure we get that to the recipient's office and start planning some technical assistance along in medical case management and early intervention services. Any additional requests for technical assistance? Any CQM technical assistance requests? All right, we'll turn it over to Millie one last time. Millie, any other comments or suggestions before we end today's call?
No, not at the moment.
All right, great. All right, just as a friendly reminder, please get your QIPs, roll back, QIPs uploaded by Friday, sooner the better, please. And then collaborative research, my team, Derek's team, and Millie's team will be reviewing those quality improvement projects and providing feedback to make sure they meet the standards of policy clarification notice 1502. Again, huge shout out to the 4 of you who were able to get those done and completed today. We greatly appreciate you being punctual and on time. And then again, our next meeting will be May the 9th, 2023, from 11 to 12:30. All right, if there are no additional questions,
I
I
have
will
a
stop sharing.
question.
Yes, sir.
What is the status of the site visit reports from last year?
Yep.
Since that's a CQM activity and we're in the new grant year looking to improve upon, we need to know what we did and how we did.
Yep. So we are working with Millie's office to get those out, and they should be out in the next week or so.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. All right. Any additional questions?
Thomas, just a quick clarification question.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
information that is due is the end of last cycle or the new cycle?
So the end of last cycle was, I think, due last month. And so this will be the beginning of the new cycle. This will
So
be
the one that
23.
it's due is the beginning of the new cycle.
Correct. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Any additional questions, comments? Right. Again, we thank you very much for participating and spending time with us today. Very brief meeting. So if you do have any additional questions, please always refer back to Basecamp and then email Millie or myself or Derek, and we will make sure that we get that information disseminated to the right people and get an answer back for you as soon as possible. If there are no additional questions, we will end the call. Thank you. Have a great rest of your week and welcome to the next quality improvement cycle. Thank you so much.